Trying to get us out of here early tonight.
Can always hope.
This would be great.
It's hot.
It is hot.
It is.
You need to get out.
I agree.
Very tricky.
Don, are you picking on her? Look at that.
All right. As soon as Jay's here, we'll start. All right, I call to order the regular city council meeting of the city of Sandwich, still June 2nd, 7:50 PM. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Arnett? Oh, we lost him. Okay, Alderman Chun,
Here.
Alderman Dankel,
Here.
Alderwoman Erickson. Here. Alderwoman Inman.
Here.
Alderman Ketchum,
Here.
Alderman Kreinbrink is absent, and then Alderman Robinson.
Here.
Okay, quorum's still here. We'll move on. Any other audience comments? All right, our consent agenda is item number 4, motion to adopt the consent agenda as a whole. All matters are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. Items, if desired, to be removed can be done so, may be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Is there a desire to move any items of A or B from the agenda? Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, there being items A, committee of the whole meetings of May 19, 2025, and item B, regular meeting minutes from May 19, 2025? Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make motion.
Okay, Alderman Arnett, second.
I'll second it.
Alderman Chun. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, out of formality, the mayor's appointment to the finance committee is Alderman Danko and Alderman Robinson. Is there a motion to approve those additions to the finance committee, making it a total of 5?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Alderwoman Inman, is there a second?
I'll second.
Alderwoman Erickson, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, and the motion passes. Attorney report.
Nothing, actually.
Okay. Clerk report.
Nothing.
Treasurer report.
The one report that I got for the revenue for May was actually pretty outstanding in my opinion. Looking at past incomes, a lot of them are late bills from water. We need to look at why and who and come up with a different strategy on that. Other than that, the only couple of things I had were already brought up and are being addressed. Other than that, we're okay at the moment.
Okay, thank you. I did forget 2 items of business under myself here. So the city of Sandwich announces the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police, Law Enforcement, and Civilian Personnel Appreciation Week. This is a proclamation. Whereas dedicated law enforcement, civilian personnel serve the people of Illinois and provide them with vital services, and whereas law enforcement, civilian personnel are crucial to helping law enforcement agencies protect and serve their communities, and whereas these professionals continue to use their expertise and experiences for crucial duties, including maintaining criminal justice statistics and improving our apprehension strategies, and whereas these hardworking professionals deserve recognition and gratitude for their public service, and whereas law enforcement, civilian personnel serving throughout Illinois exhibit professionalism, efficiency, and compassion during the performance of their duties. Whereas the city of Sandwich, along with the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police, has designated the first week of June, beginning the first Sunday in June, and to a time recognized by law enforcement civilian personnel. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Todd Lake, the mayor, in partnership with the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police, do hereby declare the first week of June as Law Enforcement Civilian Personnel Appreciation Week in the city of Sandwich. And all citizens are encouraged to recognize the importance of these committed vital civilian enforcement personnel. Okay, so we'll put that on file with the clerk. Second item is the Sandwich Early Engine Club has requested street closure for their annual parade. It'll be June 27th. And they have requested to use the Lisbon Street exit from the fairgrounds, north on Fairwind, east on Pleasant, south on Castle, back north on Ash, and returning into the fairgrounds. So if council has no objections, we'll go ahead and approve that and move that through our process. No objections? All right. Chief. All right, city administrator report, Jeff Petman.
Good evening. Just a couple of quick items. We did receive a
email this afternoon from Steve Dennison at EEI. As you recall, we had made an application to the state's revolving loan fund to do some water upgrades for the water treatment plant here on Railroad Street, moving that over to Clark Street, booster pump for up at Fairwinds, and then also the replacement of 2, 4, and 6-inch water lines. Unfortunately, our projects did not score as high as they needed to be able to make the cut for funding for this year. We will intend to resubmit that for next year, and it sounds like there's some opportunities to have some things prepared to improve our scores going forward. So that does, had we been awarded the money, we would have needed to start engineering immediately to be able to make a June 30th, 2026 deadline. So this will have to push off till next year, but that's kind of where we're at this point in time. Not great news, but with Main Street and everything else going on, it may be a blessing in disguise. So also, I did pass out to everybody a code enforcement report. We are working on trying to come up with some different format that's a little easier to read using our new software program. So that's all I've got for now.
Okay, questions from council? Hearing none, EMA?
Hold on, I got one.
Yes, Matt.
Did we
Is your
ever talk-
microphone on?
What?
Is your microphone on?
Yeah,
There you go.
it's on.
It was on.
Did we ever talk to him about coming into a meeting monthly?
We'll work to get him in here, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, he is a part-time employee, so I don't want to.
That's fine.
Take a lot of time, but yeah, yes, I am working on that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else for Jeff? Okay. All right, Tony?
Nothing further, thank you.
Chief Senni?
Yeah, it's just one thing I failed to mention. Our walk and talk program is going to be starting up again, and the first one is set for June the 14th at 1 p.m. in the Fairwind subdivision.
Okay. It's your ward over there. Make sure you sign up. Okay, council reports. Alderman Arnett.
I have nothing further.
Alderman Chun.
Nothing.
Alderman Danko.
Nothing.
Alderwoman Erickson.
Nothing, thank you.
Alderwoman Inman.
Nothing, thank you.
Alderman Ketchum.
Nothing, thank you.
Alderman Robinson.
Nothing, thank you.
Okay, so old business. Item A is discussion and possible action to revise section 98-145, our airport area development of the Sanston Municipal Code. Is there a motion to take up that ordinance revision?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Alderman Arnett, is there a second?
I'll second.
Alderwoman Inman, any discussion?
Just a question. Part of the recommendation from going to the 15-to-1 instead of the existing 20-to-1, it also said as an alternative, the council could choose to make any permitting within a radius of the airport to be required to apply for a special use so that it can be reviewed by the Plan Commission prior to authorizing zoning for that area. Is that something we'd maybe want to do with that specific piece of property, just to make sure?
Yeah, it just wouldn't be that property, so it'd be anything that's within the zone, so there's other property south of there.
And I'm, again, not trying to make more work for anybody, but again, I'm just trying to be as cautious as we can for that subdivision. So, I mean, if it's overkill, it's overkill, and, you can tell me, the attorney can tell me, but I just want to make sure that we're protecting, because I would hate for us to allow something to happen, and then, like I said, all of a sudden, people can't land planes there that have been doing it for, 60 years, 70 years, however long they've been an airport.
I think that's one piece that we added, that the council could decide that if they wanted to do so. That way it would follow a different review process. Right now, it's open to the different business zonings that it's applicable.
I think it's a good idea for everything to go in front of the ZBA regarding that property anyways. That way we know our Ts are crossed, our Is are dotted, and the airport doesn't get
Yeah,
shut
so
down.
it's just not that property, it's properties that the ordinance would apply to.
I understand.
Yep, so if you want to, someone See, we got a motion by Arnett and second by Inman. You could amend your motion to include that it'd be a special use process under that ordinance. Would you
Make the
agree with
motion.
that?
And that would go to the Plan Commission, not the ZBA, correct?
Yeah.
Make the motion, yes.
Here, they want your opinion on the microphone.
I'm sorry, pardon me?
I want to make a motion to amend my earlier motion so that it
Yep,
goes,
so you would amend section 82-150 to include special use requirement for
Yes.
properties applicable to that section.
yes.
And who seconded?
Janelle?
Yes, and I'll second.
You're okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, is everyone clear then? We'll vote on, we'll be adding the special use to that. Okay, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Ketchum,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderman Chun,
Aye.
Alderman Dankel,
Aye.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Aye.
Alderwoman Inman.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Moving on to item B, this is discussion and possible action to amend section 82-150 of the municipal code. Actually, I read the wrong one for the last one. Actually, our last section was 98-145 that we voted on. This is 82-150. This adopts our ordinance restricting parking on both the north and south side of Pleasant Avenue, west of Castle.
And
Motion.
I did not provide that this evening to anybody in whole, but basically, there's very few changes to it. It's basically, instead of it just being on the south side of Pleasant Avenue, it's both sides of Pleasant Avenue. I'd leave it to the council if you'd like me to bring it back where we have the actual ordinance in front of us, but in essence, that's the change we're looking to make and install signs there.
And it's just 7 to 4 on school days, right?
Yes, it's restricted based upon school time.
Okay.
Right, is there a motion to approve that change to the north and south sides of Pleasant, west and east of Castle?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Alderman Robinson, second by Alderman Ketchum. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Is there any discussion on this?
How far does it go, the no parking? Remember offhand?
It goes all the way to
Is
the,
that the first
to
little cul-de-sac?
Bayberry. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So it's
great,
Barberry that it goes up to.
Great, thank you.
And the school thinks this is a good idea, they like it.
They do. The principal spoke with me about it, so. I think that the individuals are shirking the safety line and going off, and this will help them maintain safety with student release. Okay, well, the clerk please call the roll.
Alderman Chun,
Alderman Chun?
I was just wondering if it's gonna be on the other side of Castle too, because you know they're gonna start dropping there. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have to monitor that.
I
So,
believe
like,
that's
should we
already in the
just put
ordinance.
that in there, that it's on
Well,
both
it's on
sides?
the,
It's on the south side.
It's on the south
west
side right
and
now.
South side of
Yeah,
Pleasant.
but should we put it on,
I don't think there's my
like where the
opinion,
crossing guard is there, on that side, you know?
So you're talking east?
Yeah,
I don't think there's enough room for them to
It's very,
park.
it's very hard to park there because
Well,
that's also that
already hard to park in
unimproved.
Fairwind too, but they do it.
That's, that area is unimproved.
They're gonna do it.
It's something we're gonna have to monitor and we may
Okay.
have to come back with that, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, I believe it already says on both sides of Castle Street from Pleasant Avenue to the north corporate limit line of the city. So that's what the ordinance currently states.
Yeah, I think he was meaning Pleasant,
On
east
Pleasant.
of Castle.
Oh, okay, all
But,
right.
like I said, that's unimproved roadway, so I mean, if they're parked on the roadway, you write them a ticket,
Right.
and they're not gonna be able to pull all the way.
And that's one of the streets that we normally sit on is Pleasant there.
Okay, thank you.
And you could, I do have
Is that
the
an
ordinance
aye?
pulled up that you
No.
can see that that's the change that we were looking at.
Okay. Alderman Chun, your vote?
Yay.
okay. You can't confuse the city clerk.
Yeah, I can.
Alderman Dankel,
Aye.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Aye.
Alderwoman Inman,
Aye.
Alderman Ketchum,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
and Alderman Arnett.
Aye. Motion passes. All right, next item is, I just flipped my page.
New business?
New business, it is the A, this is our renewal with Lauterbach and Ammon. This will be from May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026, at a rate of $2,250 billing rate per month during the period. Should come out to $27,000. Is there a motion to renew the agreement at said cost?
I'll make motion.
Okay, Alderman Arnett, is there a second?
Second.
Alderwoman Inman, any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderwoman Erickson,
No.
Alderwoman Inman,
Aye.
Alderman Ketchum,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderman Chun,
No.
and Alderman Dankel.
Aye.
5 affirmative, motion passes. Okay, Karsta, do we have an adjustment on the number?
We do.
Okay, could you read that, please, before we ask
Give
for
me
the motion?
1 second here.
It's $159,276.89.
Thank you, yes.
Okay, so
What was the cents?
89.
89 cents?
Yep.
Thank you.
So item B is discussion approval of the monthly bills presented before council for approval. Total amount as stated is $159,276.89. Is there a motion to approve the monthly bills?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Alderwoman Erickson, is there a second?
Second.
Alderwoman Inman, is there any discussion on the bills?
Could they state which, if it's more than one, which PO? And if it was the whole PO or a partial PO?
It was the whole PO, and it was for hotel and meal reimbursement.
All right, thank you.
Okay, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Dankel,
Aye.
Alderwoman Erickson,
Aye.
Alderwoman Inman,
Aye.
Alderman Ketchum,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson,
Aye.
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderman Chun.
Aye.
Okay, item B is approved by vote. All right, next item is executive session. It is for personnel only. It is under 5 ILCS 122C1. This is for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or the legal counsel for the public body, including a hearing or testimony on complaint lodged against employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. All right, is there a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make that motion.
Alderwoman Erickson, is there a second?
Second.
Alderman Ketchup, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Arnett,
Aye.
Alderman Chun,
Aye.
Alderman Dankel,
Aye.
Alderwoman Erickson, Alderwoman Inman,
Aye.
Alderman Ketchum,
Aye.
Alderman Robinson.
Okay, this is for council only.